We're back in a coastal area on the beach.
A really beautiful beach.
Yeah, I'll give you a quick pan around a little bit here. Yeah, we really like this beach. We like being at the beach, and we decided to do some more beach talks. And we've done several in the past. If you want to go ahead and take a look at the video description, we'll put some links there to the past talks that we've done. In this video, we want to talk about what's holding you back. What's in the way of you getting what you want out of life, or doing what you want to do, or just doing some project that you really have burning inside you.
Yeah, and we're not really going to talk about, solutions or, things to overcome those, but more just to help people think about what it is that's holding them back so that they can, make a plan to overcome those things and do what you really want to do.
Yeah, something to give you a little bit of tools to help you develop your own plan and get on with it. And these things are so different for each person, and our circumstances vary so much, so we're not in any way trying to tell people the way that it's got to be done or anything like that, but just to kind of, I guess, provoke some thought and some discussion on what's holding us back. And this may just be a reminder. I mean, I know I need it a lot to bring myself back into perspective and get myself back on track.
Yeah, and it seems like a big thing that really holds people back is money or equipment. They'll say, well, when I get enough money, I'd like to do that. And unfortunately, enough money never seems to drop into your lap. So you kind of have to have a plan of how you're going to get enough money to be able to do what you want, or maybe to be able to do it a little bit without enough money, not as much as you'd like.
Yeah, that makes me think of, I've got various packs for different things, and like little excursion packs where I'll put a bunch of different gadgets and items in that I feel are useful when we're going on trips. And one of my packs that I have has been an ongoing project for me. I don't end up carrying it with me because it's not complete. I don't know, there's just something in my mind that makes me not bring it because I need these other 3 items in there, and rather than just take it and wait until I get the items and put them in later. I don't always do that, but that has happened. So I think sometimes, like what you were saying, is we just have to start where we're at and what we have, and we're still kind of we still need money. So we're still working on it and trying to live the most adventurous life that we can in the progress of it.
Yeah, and another thing that kind of holds people back, especially if they're wanting to do something like an RV full-time life, or something like that where they're going to be changing locations or something, is other people. Not only other people saying, oh, you can't do that, or that, why would you want to do that, or just feeling like you're going to be missing people. And that is definitely something that we dealt with.
Yeah, people could be caretakers too. Yeah,
or you have somebody that you have to take care of, and that also was an issue for us. We had a situation where we couldn't really go very far because we had family members that we had to take care of, but we could do things close by. A lot of times you live in the same place for 20 years and there's some place 20 miles down the road that you've never visited. So maybe you can start out just visiting close by areas or something. There might be a way to do some of what you want to do without having to start off with a big cross-country trip or something, or something like that. Just start small.
Yeah, and other things that people have set out to do. I mean, I can think of some of these big stories on grand scales where people started a little book nook in their garage and it turned into a huge company. And a lot of us that are into adventure aren't really looking to create huge companies, but it is a case in point. It is something to consider that great things start out small. We got to go around little bit of a detour here.
Yeah.
I don't mind getting wet, but not right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, we feel like you just have to start where you're at and make the best of it.
Yeah, and a lot of times people will have, you know, fears or concerns about what they're doing, and I definitely had some fears about the full-time RV thing. You know, pulling a 40-foot fifth wheel with everything you own is kind of scary, and just the whole driving aspect was really concerning to me. But you know, you have to just kind of let those kind of fears go and jump in, and
and it doesn't make them illegitimate fears, and it doesn't always mean that fears are wrong or they're not accurate. You know, sometimes they're just concerns that need attention, but I've also noticed that they seem to dissipate when we hit it head on and just do it. And sometimes it's that place of not being familiar with something or inexperience, you know. And once with experience comes confidence. And so there's so many things that we limit ourselves with, and we just pile up the reasons and the excuses and things. But we've really got to make sure that we take a look at, you know, what is holding us back, and just hit them head on and try to develop a plan, and an ongoing plan. Yeah.
And the final thing that can kind of be holding you back that maybe you can or can't do anything about would be, you know, your health and ability. And in our case, this was something that, rather than holding us back, it actually spurred us on, because we felt like we wanted to do this and try this and do what we wanted to do while we had the health and ability to do it, because, you know, you never know. But it could be the opposite. I mean, you could be in a health situation where you have to actually be healthier to be able to do this or you know, do what you want. So you may have to, you know, go through a process there to be able to get to it, and that may or may not be in your control.
Right. Well, I know that you know, that was a big factor in us getting on with things, because, you know, I think we all have this you know, thought of, you know, we're obviously not getting younger, and it just seems like every day could make something more difficult if you know, we do have failing health or things like that. And we don't have to do things on someone else's level. We don't have to do it the way that other people do it, or to the magnificence that they do it, or whatever. You know, we could just do it on our own level. And I think that's what we're, you know, all striving to do, is to be happy and to do the things that we want to do, and hopefully include others in that.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's definitely a lot of thought that needs to be done to figure out, you know, what's holding you back in life, what's holding you back from getting what you want, or what, you know, even like I said, projects or anything, you know, what's in the way. You have to define that yourself and come up with a plan, you know, to overcome those things. Write them down, figure it out. You know, what would it take to get that out of the way, and then just try to get on with it.
Yep.
So that's the end of this beach talk, and we hope to do many more, because we do like walking on the beach.
Yes, for sure.
Let us know in the comments what you think about this subject. You know, what's holding you back. Maybe you can share how you overcame something, or how you achieved something. And, you know, we're not, you know, trying to make ourselves out to be the experts on this or anything. We're just other people that want to do things with our lives, and we want to help others, you know, get to where they want to be. So let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'd really love to read them.
And don't forget to share, subscribe, and of course click on that little notification bell.
Thanks for watching.
Here's some interesting facts about seals. Their thick layer of fat or blubber keeps their body temperature at about 100 degrees, even in the cold seawater. They can see and hear better underwater than on land, but they primarily use their whiskers to find food. Their whiskers can move independently of each other, and this works so well that even a blind seal can survive in the wild. Pretty interesting animals.